My husband received a phone call from a police official.
Suamiku mendapatkan telepon dari petugas polisi
who said that he wanted to meet with my
yang mengatakan ingin bertemu dengan suamiku
husband and that he had a few questions to ask.
Dan mempunyai beberapa pertanyaan untuk ditanyakan.
And they said that they were coming to our house.
Dan mereka mengatakan mereka menuju ke rumah kami.
So they came into our house.
Kemudian mereka datang ke rumah kami.
And the first question they asked my husband,
dan pertanyaan pertama yang ditanyakan kepada suamiku adalah,
was, have you been overseas?
Apakah kau pernah keluar negeri?
So my husband was like, yes.
Kemudian suamiku berkata, ya, aku pernah keluar negeri.
Overseas, like I've traveled to Turkey.
Saya bertravel atau keluar negeri ke Turki.
And then as soon as they heard that, pretty much they didn't really ask any other questions.
Setelah mereka mendengar hal itu, mereka tidak menanyakan hal yang lain.
They took my husband's passport on the spot, and they said,
mereka mengambil paspor suami saya di tempat, dan mereka mengatakan,
you need to come back to the police station with us.
Kamu perlu untuk datang ke kantor polisi bersama kami.
And that's when we got really scared, and we were like.
Dan hal itu membuat kita menjadi sangat-sangat takut.
At that point, my husband was begging and he was asking.
Dan kemudian suamiku memohon dan dia bertanya,
like, can you please just ask me the rest of the questions here?
Bisakah kalian menanyakan pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang tersisa di sini saja?
Why do I have to go back to the police station?
Kenapa saya harus kembali ke kantor polisi?
And we were all kind of crying and we were really scared.
Dan kami menangis dan kami takut.
And the police were like reassuring us, saying, "Oh, don't worry."
Dan kemudian polisi mengatakan, "Oh, jangan khawatir.
We're just going to ask the questions at the police station."
Kami hanya ingin menanyakan pertanyaan-pertanyaan di kantor polisi, kata polisi tersebut.
And then within a couple of hours, you get to go home.
Dan dalam beberapa jam kamu bisa kembali ke rumah.
Obviously, this was all a lie.
Dan hal ini adalah semua kebohongan dari mereka.
This was my husband's first detainment.
Ini adalah pertama kalinya suamiku ditahan.
Got questioned at the police station for 3 days.
Dia ditanyai di kantor polisi selama 3 hari.
And then afterwards, he was taken to a detention center.
Setelah itu dia dibawa ke pusat penahanan.
And he was detained there.
Dan ia ditahan di situ di pusat penahanan.
His first detainment, it lasted just over 2 years.
Dia ditahan selama 2 tahun.
These are some of the suspected detention camps where an estimated 1 million Uyghurs are held. Many of them have not been heard from since being detained.
So for 2 years, I wasn't able to see my husband.
Selama 2 tahun saya tidak melihat suami saya.
And then it was on May 22nd, 2019.
Dan kemudian pada tanggal 22 Mei tahun 2019,
when my husband, he called me himself.
Suami saya menelpon saya
through their app WeChat, and he told me that he had been released.
Dalam aplikasi WeChat, dan suami saya mengatakan bahwa dia sudah dibebaskan.
No one at that time knew about what was going on in Xinjiang.
Tidak ada satupun yang mengetahui apa yang terjadi di Xinjiang.
Uyghurs are a Turkic-speaking Muslim minority in China, living mostly in the sensitive frontier province of Xinjiang.
And the Chinese government has been treating them absolutely terribly.
The government was trying to keep this all a secret.
Pemerintahan berusaha merahasiakan semua hal ini.
From the outside world, they didn't want.
Dari dunia luar, pemerintahan berusaha merahasiakan ini dari dunia luar.
Anyone to know that there were these, that there were.
Pemerintah tidak ingin ada yang tahu bahwa mereka yang ditahan berada di kamp-kamp ini.
These camps during his time in the detention center.
Dalam waktu-waktu mereka yang ditahan di pusat penahanan atau detention center.
And in the concentration camps.
Dan kau tahu di kamp konsentrasi itu.
He tried not to talk about it too much.
Suami saya tidak ingin membicarakan tentang hal itu terlalu banyak.
Obviously, it was really traumatic for him.
Karena hal itu membuat trauma bagi suami saya, sangat trauma.
And because it was all still very new.
Dan karena hal itu masih baru, karena dia baru dibebaskan,
Him just being released, I was like,
ya dia baru dibebaskan dan saya seperti
I don't want to force him
saya tidak ingin memaksa dia untuk bercerita.
to talk about it too much if he doesn't want to.
Saya tidak ingin memaksa dia bercerita banyak tentang penahanannya karena dia tidak ingin.
But he did manage to speak about it like a little bit, and
Tetapi dia bercerita tentang hal itu sedikit-sedikit, dan kau tahu,
he said most of the, I guess, like the torture that he endured in there was, most of it was like psychological.
Dan penyiksaan yang dialami oleh suami saya dan tahanan-tahanan lain itu sangat berbekas secara psikologi.
Where they'd pretty much, all the detainees would get told every day, like, you're never going to see your family.
Semua yang ditahan di situ diberitahu setiap hari bahwa kamu tidak akan pernah melihat keluarga kamu lagi.
Again, you're never going to leave this
Kalian tidak akan meninggalkan tempat tahanan ini.
place. You're joking if you think you're going to get out of here.
Kalian bercanda jika kalian berpikir bahwa kalian akan keluar dari sini.
You guys are all gonna, rot in here, and the only way you're getting out is if you die.
Satu-satunya cara kalian keluar adalah ketika kalian mati.
And he said, that any time if anyone misbehaved or didn't listen, to the guards, their food was taken away.
Dan jika ada seseorang yang berperilaku tidak baik, maka makanannya diambil.
So he said most of the time it was really difficult because
dan setiap waktu itu sangat sulit.
They weren't given food, so they were starved a lot.
Mereka tidak diberikan makanan sehingga mereka kelaparan sekali.
And if one person in their cell, misbehaved, then the whole cell would suffer.
Dan jika ada satu orang di tahanan itu yang berperilaku tidak baik, maka satu sel tahanan akan menderita karena perilaku satu orang itu.
The same consequence.
Jadi ada konsekuensi yang sama.
He didn't know what he was eating. The detainees been roast pork.
Dan mereka yang ditahan diberikan babi, padahal babi haram.
And stuff like that. And I asked him as well. I was like, do you think you ate pork? And he's like.
Dan kemudian saya bertanya kepada suami saya, apakah kamu memakan babi? Dan sejujurnya,
to be honest, I probably did. I didn't know half the time.
Suami saya menjawab, mungkin saja saya memakan babi karena saya tidak tahu
what I was eating. Like, I couldn't recognize them.
Karena saya tidak tahu apa yang saya makan dan tidak bisa mengenali daging yang saya
Meat.
makan.
But again, they were forced to eat it. So when
Tapi mereka dipaksa untuk memakannya.
they were given the food, if you didn't eat it, you were also punished.
Dan mereka ketika diberikan makanan harus makan. Kalau mereka tidak makan, mereka akan dihukum.
My husband did tell me about this one time that
Dan suamiku mengatakan tentang hal ini.
he accidentally spoke in Uyghur.
Dan suamiku mengatakan tentang hal ini bahwa secara tidak sengaja dia berbicara dalam bahasa Uighur.
And one of the guards heard,
Dan salah satu penjaga mendengar suami saya berbahasa Uighur.
and then they handcuffed him,
Dan kemudian suami saya diborgol dan digantung
and they kind of strung him up on the door, and he was
di pintu dan dia ditinggalkan di sana.
left there for a whole day. He wasn't given any food or water. He
Selama 1 hari dia tidak diberikan makanan dan tidak diberikan air.
wasn't allowed to go to the
Dan
toilet.
juga dia tidak diberikan izin untuk ke toilet.
They kind of just hung him up
Hanya ditinggalkan dan digantung di situ
by his hands
dengan tangannya di pintu
on the door. They left him there
dan kemudian dibiarkan di situ
for a whole day.
untuk 1 hari lamanya.
Hearing that, it was just
Mendengar itu seperti
obviously like it was just so devastating.
hal yang sangat putus asa.
And
Dan
I was like, is there anything
apakah ada hal-hal lain lagi yang dia tidak ceritakan kepadaku? Aku bergumam dalam hati.
more that he's not telling me? Because I mean, if they did that, they possibly could
Karena jika para petugas itu bisa melakukan hal yang mengerikan seperti itu, bisa jadi mereka bisa melakukan hal yang lain.
have done other stuff too. And my husband was still kind of having nightmares.
Dan suamiku masih menderita mimpi-mimpi buruk
Every
setiap malam dari apa yang telah dia
night
derita.
about, everything that he had to endure. All of a sudden one day, the police came
Dan tiba-tiba pada satu hari polisi datang
on the night of May 19th and they took him again.
pada tanggal 19 Mei dan membawa suami saya lagi.
The second time he was gone for about just over 3 months.
Pada kedua kali ini dia hilang, dia pergi selama 3 bulan.
He was detained again.
Dia ditahan lagi. Pada hari pertama 60 hari, suamiku ditahan di suatu ruang penahanan sendiri.
60 days my husband was in solitary confinement. He said he almost went crazy
Dan dia mengatakan dia hampir gila di sana.
in there. He was home for about a month,
Dia ada di rumah sekitar sebulan.
and then all of a sudden, it was on the 26th of September,
Dan tiba-tiba pada tanggal 26 September,
the next month, that police showed up again
dan tiba-tiba polisi muncul lagi.
and they arrested him
Dan kemudian menahan suami saya lagi.
again. They detained him again. This was the third time.
Menahan suami saya lagi untuk ketiga kalinya.
And this time they took him to a different city.
Dan kali ini dia ditahan di kota yang berbeda.
So currently my husband's being held
Dan suami saya ditahan di Hami, di suatu pusat penahanan.
in Hami in a detention center. 6 months later, it was on the 1st of April 2021
6 bulan kemudian pada April pertama 2021,
that then I received the news that my husband had been sentenced
dan saya menerima berita bahwa suami saya dihukum
to 25 years in
25 tahun penjara.
prison. Once I received this news,
Ketika saya menerima berita ini,
I was so shocked.
saya sangat shock.
I didn't want to believe it. It just didn't make sense.
Saya tidak bisa percaya hal ini karena tidak masuk akal.
Even like pretty much from the start
Dari mulai awal,
when this happened, just none of it made sense to me.
dari awal ini terjadi, tidak ada yang masuk akal.
That how, someone just for going overseas, how can
Bagaimana seseorang yang keluar negeri
someone be put through, all of
hanya karena keluar negeri, kemudian orang ini menderita banyak penderitaan dan penyiksaan
this suffering and all of this torture just because they had gone overseas. And
hanya karena dia pergi keluar negeri.
mind you, he didn't go illegally.
Dan asal kalian tahu, dia tidak pergi secara ilegal.
He got a passport that was legal. He got a visa that
Dia mendapatkan paspor secara legal, dia mendapatkan visa secara legal.
was legal. He did everything in the right way, in the correct way.
Dia melakukan hal yang benar dan dia melakukan dengan cara yang benar.
I've been silent these whole past 4 years.
Saya selama ini diam selama 4 tahun.
Like, I haven't spoken publicly about it at all,
Saya tidak berbicara secara publik tentang hal itu sama sekali,
in fear that I would make things worse for him.
karena saya takut akan berakibat pada suami saya menjadi lebih buruk.
And even in keeping silent,
Bahkan walaupun saya diam,
the worst thing happened.
hal yang terburuk masih terjadi pada suami saya.
So at this point I was just like,
Dan pada poin ini atau pada titik ini, saya berpikir
I don't really have any other choice
saya tidak punya pilihan lain
but to go public with this, to tell everyone
selain mengumumkan hal ini ke publik dan memberitahu semua orang apa yang telah
what's
terjadi.
going on. If he is in prison, then everyone gets visitation.
Kalaupun suami saya di penjara, maka orang-orang menerima visitasi atau kunjungan
Everyone gets a phone call.
dan menerima telepon.
Everyone gets to see his family.
Semua orang boleh melihat keluarganya.
He was sentenced in April.
Dia dihukum di April.
It's been over a month now.
Sudah
And
sebulan
we still
sekarang.
have heard absolutely nothing from him.
Dan kami keluarga sama sekali tidak mendengar apapun dari dia.
I tried to get the government to help me.
Saya mencoba pemerintah Australia untuk menolong saya,
And I haven't heard anything from them at all.
dan saya juga tidak mendengar berita apapun dari mereka.
And at this point, it's kind of just like,
Dan pada poin ini sepertinya
who can I expect to help me?
Siapa yang bisa
like
menolong
all I
saya?
want to do is I want to know
Yang saya inginkan adalah
that my husband is okay, that he's alive.
bahwa suami saya sedang baik-baik saja dan ia masih hidup.
Because obviously I haven't heard from him in all this time.
Karena saya tidak pernah mendengar tentang suami saya selama ini.
I want to know where he is. I want to be able to have a way
Karena
to
saya ingin mencari tahu tentang dia,
contact him, to
menelpon dia dan mendengar suaranya,
hear his voice, to know that he's someone doing okay.
dan bisa tahu bahwa dia sedang baik-baik saja.
We've been married almost 5 years.
Kami menikah hampir 5 tahun.
But the time that we've been together,
Tapi waktu kami bersama,
like physically been together, like in one place,
bersama pada arti sebenarnya,
it's just a little over a year. I
hanya sedikit, hanya 1 tahun, sekitar 14 bulan.
think it's like 14 months. My husband, my people, they're being targeted based purely
Suami saya, orang-orang saya, mereka ditargetkan
on their ethnicity.
berdasarkan etnis mereka, berdasarkan ras mereka, karena mereka
Based
adalah
purely
Uighur.
because they are Uyghurs. We should have the same rights as everybody
Kami harusnya mempunyai hak yang sama seperti orang lain.
else. I want to be a voice for my husband.
Saya ingin menjadi suara bagi suami saya. Sudah ada 1.000 lebih Muslim Uighur yang telah terkena persekusi di Cina.
I want to be a voice for my people.
Saya ingin menjadi suara untuk orang-orang saya, Uighur Muslim.
If I can make even the slightest difference,
Jika saya bisa membuat sedikit perbedaan,
if I can make something, something good come out of this
jika saya bisa berbuat baik untuk situasi ini,
situation, that's essentially that's what I'm gonna fight
dan itu hal yang akan saya perjuangkan,
for, and I'm not gonna stop fighting for
dan
it
saya tidak akan berhenti berjuang
until my husband is released and
sampai suami saya dibebaskan,
until everyone else is also reunited with him.
dan juga orang-orang yang lain bisa bertemu kembali dengan keluarga-keluarganya yang ditahan.